How do we know the Bible is real?
Wow.
I think they probably mean the Bible is true, right?
Yeah, the Bible is real, the Bible is true. Give you 3 quick things you can keep in your mind. Number 1, you can test it a little bit historically. And you can go, okay, are there people and places and events that we can verify extra biblically? Yes, there are. One of my favorite examples
Through like
of this,
archaeology,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, through archaeology. One of my favorite examples of this. For years, scholars thought that Pontius Pilate, the guy who sentenced Jesus to death, wasn't real because they had no extra biblical source to say that Pontius Pilate was a governor in Judea, until one day in the 40s they found a big stone and it had an inscription on it. It was Pontius Pilate who dedicated an inscription to Caesar. It turns out that the Bible had it right and the historians had it wrong. Another way to kind of think through the Bible is you can think through it culturally. One of the things that I love about the Bible is that it cuts against every single culture. It cuts against American culture. It cuts against Roman culture. It cuts against Jewish culture, because every single culture, it knows it has some problems, and so it confronts every single culture in its sin. And so if the Bible cuts against every single culture, maybe that's because it's above culture.
Another way to say that is the Bible doesn't let anybody be comfortable in their sin. It challenges every one of us and every culture.
Third way is, I'll give you a fancy word, anthropologically. It basically means humanly. Here's what I'd encourage you to do. Read Romans 7 and ask yourself, is what Romans 7 says true about me? Do I struggle with sin? Do I want to do good things, but I do bad things? The bad things that I do I feel guilty about? If it talks about you accurately, here's a question. Does it talk about God accurately?